and let me go take advantage of what I have, like of my heritage and stuff like
Facts.
that. And he just ran with it. But you see him like building schools and stuff. You see Florida creating all these after school programs for the kids.
With the football and stuff like that.
Foundations, the drives.
Mm-hmm. Yo, that right there is what, what I'm saying, we as people like need to, what I'm saying, gravitate for.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we want to try to actually make the community that we came from, what I'm saying, like, better. Like, that's the point. And like, they don't care about getting that credibility because they gonna do it. They gonna do them regardless.
Mm-hmm.
These are the type of like people we're trying to be. We're not trying to be like the people that like want to show what we're doing, and like we're just gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and keep it going from there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, cause like, man, that's big of them to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, to actually step out of their character. You know what I'm saying? Not worry about the hood judging them on being gangster or not, and actually just being global. You know what I'm saying? And actually putting back in the community. Because that's a big thing we need to fucking, like, shine a light on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for real, because I feel like it's a stigma where they be like, well, one day you was talking about the hood and stuff, but now you wearing suits and stuff. I'm like, bro, what's wrong with growth?
Yeah.
You don't want to be stuck in one, like, circle. Like, you want to be able to build something where you get to a point where, like, all right, man, one by one, like, bro, I got you. Like, you rap, I can help develop you. You want to be an A&R, I got you. I can get you with Atlantic or Universal and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about growing. It's about growing for yourself so you can help other people,
right?
So they could grow, and it'd be like a domino effect.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So earlier, you said you wrote music and used to sing. And stuff like that, but like
I used to dance too, perform. I used a little showsman,
everything.
Yeah. Just a showsman, yeah.
So, explain to everybody like y'all love for music. Like what's like one of the few things I love about music as a whole.
I think it's me. I think it's like to like get out certain feelings.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's all a mood thing to me. Like, yo, sometimes I want to like feel so happy that I've listened to music at the loudest it can be, and I scream the lyrics the loudest I can scream them. You know what I'm saying? And then sometimes, like you want to feel mellow and in a mood where you just chill. You know what I'm saying? And vibe, and you put on a certain kind of music, and it just puts you in a good vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could just be in my room in the dark, just listening to music either on my headphones or like through the speaker, doing those same kind of emotions that I'm saying right there, like, because that's exactly how I look at the music. It's an emotion.
Yeah, to quote Audie, to quote my sister, like she said, like, there's a song for everything, and like how you said, like, there's a song for that certain type of vibe, how you want to feel and all that stuff. And I also love it how music can tell you time, and like just how, like, music from a certain era, like 60s music, sometimes I listen to, like, that jazz,
right,
and I listen to that type of stuff, and then, like, how that just, like, makes me feel like I'm in that era or whatever, like that. And, like, oh man, like, think about how it was during that time, and that just that older type music, and even to, like, music today or even in your life, like when you hear a song from Graduation or like from Kanye, you kind of, like, bang, it brings you back to that time that you heard it, or like whatever you were going through, or just that time, like that particular time, like you could be like, oh, that was freshman year, you know what I mean? Like, that was freshman year song type shit, like, or that was 09 summer, you know what I mean? That we were bumping that one album. So I always love how music is like that.
That's what's up, man. So Spitz, you originally from here?
Yeah.
Born and raised
from Miami.
And you from San Jose, but you moved down.
Yeah.
So one of the questions, conversations that everyone in Miami talk about is the down south sound of music, on the south end of Miami. And what's y'all opinions on that? Because I hear a lot about everyone underrate y'all. No one don't look at y'all country.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the like, I guess what's the streets talking about when it comes about down south music, down south artists?
I think that there's been a change and there's been, like, a growth. I feel like at least right here in the city, like a lot of people are now like working with each other and reaching out and like starting to uplift with each other and like be on each other's bill and like even tell each other about like, yo, go hit up this open mic. You know what I mean? And like kind of helping each other see the growth within each other. So at least for me, like I feel like things are changing and like I feel like nowadays you can't pinpoint like a certain sound, and I know like certain people might hear, oh, y'all from Miami, so there's a certain type of sound that you probably would think of, or just a certain type of look that you might even think of. So, and then us not being that, I feel like you can't expect that anymore nowadays. Like it's just
I think it changed.
It changed, and then just like a bunch of artists have like came out from Miami. You know, like you have like Ski Mask, and then just like this different type of MCs.
Denzel Curry.
And Denzel Curry. You know,
this
like,
guy, XXXTentacion.
He's from Broward.
The South Florida area. Like
even Melly's from he was from further up. He was like Pompano.
Miramar or something.
Miramar, my bad.
Like they, like I think even artists that we're doing music with as well, is like it's just not the same. You know, as the same old country Miami sound or whatnot. You know, booty shaking music or whatever. Yeah. You know, like it's not that no more. Like the artists we deal with, they all make real music. Like I think that's what's going on right now. They're trying to change that. They don't want to be labeled as like we don't want to be labeled as like we just don't make good music or bars or. You know, like we don't, like people from Florida don't have bars. Like I can run into a lot of people that I can tell you right now that got bars just like I got bars. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Flyboy from One Way. You know what I'm saying? Like cool peoples. You feel me? Like it's a lot of different artists. You know that we run into ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That are just like different. You know what I'm saying? And you can't just label them with that same flow or Miami flow or Miami sound. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a change coming. Y'all got to be looking out for that storm from us. You feel me?
Yeah, it's when you go to different places though. You know, at the end of the day, the way we speak is different from. Even from other like from Atlanta and stuff like that. They can just tell you from Florida. They're like that Florida lingo.
Right. That's true. No, it's true.
Facts.
It's true. Yeah, it's true.
So, man. So like, let's talk about like y'all current projects I got going on right now.
Well, shit, we touched on La Vita Bella, and we have House of Jones that should be dropping soon. That's a project with me, Spitz, and Layback Sosa, another artist on Work the Way Records. That's going to be coming out soon. And then me and Sosa have another like project as well that's going to be coming out. Like we did like a collab project, so Jav Spitz, just like Jav Spitz, Jav and Layback Sosa will come out with Purple Label. That'll come up like in the next months or so. And then I have a project that I'm working on. We just have been working on also with Data to build up her project and also CAB, looking to see what they could come out for this year. So it's just like a lot of exciting stuff.
I got a tape with Mileto as well.
Oh yeah, you got the tape with Mileto. That's going to be Past Present Spitz. That's going to be like basically like it's being worked on already. Like he's already working on the next thing before. Because this one's already this one's done.
It's done. But
this one's done.
Yeah.
We just mix in.
We got to keep ourselves fresh and doing new stuff.
Yeah, and then like every single Saturday, we came up with a new song, new video, podcast. But the project also that we have is Bonafide Fly that we want everybody to please go out and like listen to and just take a second and vibe out to that one, because I think that one even shows like those are three Miami artists, who would, even me that like I'm from California but I am a Miami artist, like I can't shake that, like it is what it is.
You've been here since you were 7.
Exactly. Facts. So like so even being like a Miami artist, so like I just feel like it's just like so we have that out and just many more stuff. Like I'm excited for what else is to come. What else we're gonna create? Because Jav Spitz got to come up with something new too. Yeah. So we're gonna be working on that. Shout out to One Way. We're gonna work on with that group project too, and just also working with collabs and just vibing out with different artists and just Steel.
Shout out T Black. We just did a video shoot
T Black
yesterday.
We just did the video that's gonna come out next. Well, I'm not sure when this will drop, but it will come out next. It'll be out. Or it'll drop on a Saturday. Facts.
That's what's up, man. So like, Cause I was listening to like some of your projects. Like with Harv, you had the Weekend LA, which was dope. The Burgundy EP, which was dope.
Thank you, bro.
And Spitz, you had the. Well, y'all was the can't help but notice. That was like more of a collab, wasn't it? Right?
Or well, the one that's on Apple probably would showcase probably the more songs with me, but that's really his. That's his baby. Then, yeah.
I want to talk to you about the Emmitt Smith. What was the motivation?
Shit,
like
damn,
that's your favorite like football player or something?
Facts. I'm glad.
Damn.
It's crazy when you say that, bro. Like, cause like everybody that actually hit me up about that asked me like, yo, why is it 22 Emmitt? And I'm like, yo, it's not just the bars. Like, yo, like the reason you hear me putting that in there, like about him owning the, you know what I'm saying, like the most yardage, and, you know what I'm saying, like, so like, I mean, when I was young, like that was like my favorite running back. I even did a report on him when I was like in elementary school. You know what I'm saying? Like I still have the fucking book like at my crib right now. You know what I'm saying? And I got another one too. It's Kobe Bryant. Yo, shout out to Black Mamba. Cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just
two respectable goats, right?
Yeah, facts. Two goats. Fucking but yeah, like just Emmitt. Like he was like the man, and then even more so him being so long in the NFL, how many years he did, like I mean, I just respected him, and like, you know, like I figured I just actually put the image on there. Me and Hav worked on the image. Like I was like, yo, it has to be something that, you know, kind of resembles something, you know, like a nod to the Emmitt Smith. So, you know, like, so when they get to see it, they'll hopefully, you know, do the same thing. Ask the same question, like, yo, did you know, why you know, what's up with you and Emmitt in this song? You know what I'm saying? Like, just a good nod for him.
And let's get Emmitt Smith to hear that song.
Exactly. You know, push that for real. And Harv, like, even though you was mostly lived down here in Miami, Florida, I could still hear in the sound that you still like pay homage to, like, to the California sound.
Yeah, because I used to go back like every single, like at least in the beginning, we used to go back every summer because it was really hard for us to, especially just like cope without living with our, like, we have a big family out there. Yeah. So we would go back every summer. So then I'll kind of like leave with like a couple of CDs from my cousins or whatever like that. So I just kind of kept in touch with that and just really fell in love with really like West Coast music. You know, like like I really do have appreciation for New York and shit like that. Like I said, Nas was the first person I said, like, but just I know that I am from San Jose and like in the Bay, and I love it so much. So I just want to put on for them.
What's like? Because I heard some of the stories about the Bay Area. Like, I heard the good parts, I heard the bad parts. You know, like from you being from the Bay Area, like what's the experience like being there? Like, 'cause you got people got the Silicon Valley, then you got people talking about like the hood and stuff like that. Like, well,
I'm from the east side of San Jose, and I'll just say that it's just hustle. Like that's what I always get from the Bay. If it even is in Silicon Valley or it is on the east side, Oakland or San Jose or San Francisco, if any of those places, like it's still hustle. You got to get it, and even the mentality of of selling independent artists. Like that's also what like put it into my mind. There's many labels out there that are doing it, that are getting it, that are making their six figures, and like we don't know about them in Miami. You know, so it's just like, man, like this rap shit is really just like owning it and doing it. So yeah, that hustle mentality, you know what I mean, always is what I always get from the Bay. Like, you know, it's just that go get it shit. The bunch of creatives, because there's a bunch of creatives out there, like, so I fuck with it.
Yeah, I always felt like when I look at the Bay Area, it's kind of remind me of South Florida in a way. Yeah. Like, it's hustlers. You gotta get what you get. Like, you gotta, whether you do music, you're a business owner and stuff like that. Like,
you got your clothes, you got your pens, or whatever the fuck you're trying to sell out.
So, I'm trying to remember. I don't know if Audie really broke it down with me with WT Dub, but like, how did that really start?
You want to go?
I think I said a little bit in the beginning. You can kind of touch up a little bit more on it, like
a detail.
Well, like, yeah, how that really started was Well, so right. So then, like after a while, we started making these songs. I was just like, all right, Spitz, man, we got these songs, but what are we really doing? All right, so I want to have a tape with, like, let's make a tape, Jav and Spitz. Like, let's have a tape that comes together, and